Well, hello there. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. My name's Annie and I take on different sewing projects. I found this at an estate sale a few years ago. Apparently whoever lived there had put this all together because they were gonna make it at some point. So it has everything I need in here. We have some thread, 3 different color threads, because apparently she couldn't find the right color she wanted. Because none of these really match. We got some bias binding, used for seam bindings, narrow hem facings, or stay strip. Guaranteed. Okay. We also have a zipper. And this pattern that is mostly my size. And some fabric. Oh, and another thread. That one is pretty close to matching. I don't know how much fabric is here. So in this pattern, there's the dress and then there's the little jacket. So we're definitely gonna make the dress, and if we have enough fabric, we'll make the jacket too. Now, this isn't quite my style, but I would maybe wear it. I don't really love making practical garments that I'm never gonna wear. In order to make this more reachable for me, I'm gonna dye the fabric. While this is cute, I will never reach for a beige dress. I am just not beige girly. I don't think it would look great on my skin. It would just look nude. Weird. But this fabric is very cute and it's textured. See. Oh, zoom in, Annie. So we have got this dark green dye here that we're gonna use to dye this. This pattern is from 1964. I love that she put all this together 60 years ago. That's very cool. That's very cool. So we're not gonna be using any of these threads. I'm gonna keep these. And I guess we maybe won't use the zipper either unless I can dye it. Let's dye it. Let's try. Why not? Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna throw it in the dye bath. And the binding? What is this binding even for? For those who don't know, these old patterns used to only come in one size. So this is just a size 16, which is a bust 36. Let's see, it doesn't have any other sizing on here. Just bust. Bust 36, that's it, that's all you get. Oh, the bias binding is just used at the bottom, so we'll sew the hem to the bias binding and then flip that onto the inside. And then kind of lightly stitch it down. Non-shrink, ready to use, no need to pre-shrink. Woven edges. Should I throw this in there too? Should we color this? I don't know, why not? Okay, how much fabric do we have here? 3. She only got 3 yards and it calls for 3 3/4. Judging her. You always buy more. Duh. You always buy at least 3 yards more than what you need. Because what? Of course. Duh. Doesn't everybody do that? Okay, so this dress is actually quite long and it looks like it goes below the knee. And that is not the vibe. I am going to bring it up to mid-thigh because that would be cuter. It looks like we only have enough for just the dress though. Don't try this at home, kids. That is definitely a natural fiber. Probably cotton. Kind of wish these little dots would stay white when I dye them, but obviously they won't. Let's take our fabric and, oh my God, did you see that? It's a little dusty. dark brown. I might have just ruined this fabric. What do I do? Do I just make the dress anyway and be like, here's an ugly dress? Guess I'm gonna cook it another like 15 minutes and then throw it in the washer. Okay, while that's in the washer, we're gonna go ahead and get this pattern cut out. Okay, here we have our pattern. Very simple. It's just got a front piece that you cut on the fold, back piece that you cut on the fold, and then 3 facings. One for the neck and one for the armholes. Now, this is very long. Hold on. Look how long this is. That's ridiculous. That's so tall. Nope. Too long. We're gonna get rid of some of this length. We're gonna like here. Always gotta make mock-ups. Make a mock-up. Make sure it fits. Don't up with something that doesn't fit. I don't know if it's gonna fit over my butt. Fine. Let's make a mock-up.
20 minutes later.
Guys, I'm very unsure about this. It's giving hospital gown. It's giving Flintstones. Let's take a look at the package and see what it's supposed to look like again. It's like a kind of fitted dress. Slightly fitted. And this is what I ended up with. I'm gonna be honest. I really just want to throw this away. I want to throw this away, never look at it or think about it ever again. But I'm committed, I guess. So what are we gonna do? First off, we gotta let the hips out. I should have done that to begin with because I should have known better. And also, sway back. I know I need a sway back. I always need a sway back. So why didn't I just start off with a sway back? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know anymore. I don't know anything anymore. Okay, so we definitely need to... It's just like so off, but I don't want to deal with it. Okay. I need both hands. Is this any better? Not really. Maybe I brought it in too much. That's a little better. This is still stupid. Maybe I'm just hungry. I'm gonna go eat some food and come back and see if this is any better.
Later that same evening.
We've had some lunch. We've had some time. Here's what I've come up with. I've taken all my pins out. I did let out the side seams and I clipped the seam allowance from the shoulders, the shoulder, and the neck to see where it would sit. It's not that bad. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this dress. And the only alterations I'm gonna do is let out the hips a little bit and move the zipper from the side to the back. This would look cute with a collar under it.
The next day.
Well, this is turning into a weird video. What do I title this? Watch me make a dress I don't particularly like? I don't know, but let's keep going. The fabric actually came out okay after dyeing. I like the color. It's mostly even, except for the little dots, which are not so much. Let me see. We're gonna go ahead and cut this out, sew it up, make a thing. We're gonna do the thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut this out. Why am I so adamant about making this dress I'm not super excited about? That's a good question. Very good question. Thank you for asking. because I said I would, I guess. And because I just kind of want to finish it for the lady that bought it, if that makes any sense. Like somebody bought this pattern and then they bought the fabric and then they got all their thread that matched together and their zipper and their bias binding, and they got it all together and they're like, yes, put this in this bag because I'm gonna make this. And then like, I don't know what, I just imagine her like putting it on her shelf and then kind of like looking at it when she goes to start a new project, and she's just like, no. Time passes and it's just been too long since she bought it, and she's just not the same person anymore. She's not the same shape. She doesn't really know what to do with it because it's all together and it's right there. And she's like, well, maybe I'll make it for somebody else because I still have it all. Or maybe I'll give it to somebody. And then she never does. And she passes away. And then there's still this bag of the dress she was gonna make. So that's why I'm making it. I'm making it for a dead lady. Yes. Maybe that'll be the name of the video. Making a dress for a dead lady. Well, you already know what the name of the video is. You know more than me. I'm procrastinating cutting this out now. It's a new day, and I've been thinking about this project a lot, and this video is getting really negative. We need to change that, because that is not the vibe we're going for on this channel. While I may not like this dress, this fabric is very cute. I found this fabric in my stash that I'm gonna use facing for this dress. I took the back panel and added some seam allowance to the center because I'm gonna put the zipper in the center back. I didn't like it on the side. I have cut everything out and I've marked my darts on the fabric. It's got 2 long darts going in the center and in the back, and then the front has a dart right here for the bust, and the back has 2 little darts right here on the shoulders. I have here one of the back panels that I've already pinned, so we're gonna go ahead and sew this up. Oh, I got this great little thing, this little tracing wheel, and this like chalk paper where you can put your pattern down and then you like trace it with this little wheel on top. I'm not explaining that well. You take your chalk paper, put it under your fabric, and then you take your pattern and put it on top of the fabric, and then you use the tracing wheel to trace the darts, and then they transfer onto the fabric. There we go. It makes darts easier. Before I was like putting pins and then like gently folding back the paper and marking where the pin was, which seems very silly now, but here we are. Let's sew up these darts.
Much later.
Finally decided to look at the instructions for the first time, and the zipper's been in the back all along. I thought the pattern said to cut it on the fold, but it didn't. But that's okay. So I ended up doing it the right way anyway. I've gone ahead, she's all constructed and put together for the most part. I have the facing for the neckline. I did the facing for one of the sleeves, or the armhole, but I hated it. So I'm gonna just cut some bias tape and just do some bias binding on the armhole. And then for the back, we're gonna do a lapped zipper. So I've gone ahead and folded the left side of the zipper back a 1/4 inch and the right side of the zipper back 5/8 of an inch. So what I'll do is sew the left side of the zipper right next to the teeth. And then I will take the right side and overlap it so that you can't see the zipper part anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the zipper in and then put the bias binding on the sleeves, hem the bottom, and then then I'm done. Time for the reveal. All right, let's talk about my feelings about this project. Do I like it? No, I don't. But I do think with all the accessories, with the socks and the tights and the scarf, I think it's cute. I think the whole thing together with the makeup and the hair is all very cute. But the dress by itself just looks like a bag. It is not very cute or flattering in any way. But altogether, we'll say I'm happy with it. I think it's fine. Listen, not everything we make can be a banger, okay? Sometimes you gotta flop. Sometimes you gotta flop. What are you gonna do? You live and you learn and you make a new thing, okay? Not to be dramatic, but to be dramatic. This eye makeup is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. I could not make it even. They are third cousins at best, not twins. I hope that the person who originally bought the fabric and the pattern and the thread and the zipper and the bias binding and put them all together, wherever they are, they just feel this like little bit of like relief just wash over them. Not knowing why, just this like, oh, that's nice feeling. Because after 60 years, it's finally been made. And that makes me happy. And I've had this in my stash for like 2 years. So it feels good to make it, to actually finally make it. I hope this video was still entertaining and fun, even though it wasn't some big elaborate costume. My next video, we're getting into more unpractical clothing, so come back for that one. Post every other week. If you feel like hanging around, you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. And if you've been staring at Clara over here and you were like, hey baby, look at her, she looks like a tasty snack, and you want to know how I made it, check out this video over here. See you next time. Well, hello there. Hello there.